Hey, how's it going everyone? Alaric Walters here, and today you probably landed on this video because you're interested in finding more information on homes rent to own or how to find rent to own homes in your area. So what I'm going to do is just go over some of the options available to you if you're looking to rent to own a home in your area, as well as some of the things you need to be aware of when considering a rent to own option, in hopes to help you make a better decision as to if rent to own homes are right for you or not. And I'll also tell you about a source that helps U.S. residents nationwide find rent to own home listings in their area, as well as help them qualify for rent to own homes no matter what their financial situation is or their credit history looks like. So, how do you rent to own a home? Now, a rent to own agreement is when buyers, usually between a buyer and a seller of a home, sign this kind of contract and they agree to rent the home for a set amount of time before exercising an option to purchase the property when or before the contracted lease expires. That's usually within 1 to 3 years, and it can vary depending on the homeowner or the state you live in. Now, in most cases, as with mortgages, rent to own homes still has some credit worthiness and deposit requirements. Again, this could vary depending on the owner and the state that you actually live in. And, a lot of people have issues with credit and affording a down payment. So usually they get stuck when it comes to these two aspects of finding a rent to own home. But luckily, there is hope, and that's HOPE, and it stands for Home Ownership is Possible with Education. Now, the H.O.P.E program has helped over 12,000 people nationwide in the U.S. get homes who never even thought they could afford a home, let alone live in their own home. And they're actually helping those even with bad credit get qualified. So that's why I said no matter what your situation is financially or what your credit history looks like, H.O.P.E can actually help you get qualified for a rent to own home. And it also gives you access to thousands of listings for rent to own homes in your area. Now, for more details, or if you want to contact H.O.P.E directly, click on the link below in the description box or visit renttoownoptions.gr8.com. It'll take you straight to their website where you can contact them directly, and they'll give you more information on how they can help you find a rent to own home in your area. Now, who is rent to own options for? Well, there's first time buyers, new families, or singles who are just out of college and looking for a home of their own. It's also an excellent option for people who want but are not financially ready to become homeowners. A rent to own agreement gives them the chance to find their get their finances in order by improving their credit score and saving money for a down payment, as an example, while also locking in, so to speak, or securing the house that they'd like to own. Now, if the option money or percentage of the rent goes towards the purchase price, they also get to start building some equity as well, which is also pretty cool. Now, to make rent to own work, potential buyers need to be confident that they'll be ready to make the purchase when the lease term expires. Otherwise, you'll have paid the option money, which could be substantial, and a premium on rent for 12 to 36 months with nothing to show for in the end. So, you might as well just stick to renting if you're not going to be able to afford the home in 1 to 3 years. You just have to be honest with yourself and confident in what you can or can't do. And a lot of times, if it comes to a point where you can't make the purchase at the end of the lease, you'll just keep renting the property in that case, or you can maybe arrange another rent to own option with the owner. It just depends. Now, what to expect before you rent to own a home. In a rent to own agreement, potential buyers get to move into the house right away, with several years to work on improving their credit score and or saving for a down payment. Now, while many states have their own regulations and no two rent to own contracts are alike, someone in a rent to own agreement typically rents the property for a set amount of time, like I said, 12 to 36 months, 1 to 3 years, after which he or she can purchase the house from the seller. It's not as simple as paying rent for 3 years and then buying the house. Certain terms and conditions must be met in accordance with the contract. And that's language that an attorney as well as H.O.P.E can actually help you figure out. So you'll definitely want to consult an attorney for sure with the rent to own home option. In a rent-to-own agreement, the potential buyer pays the seller a one-time, usually non-refundable fee called option money or option consideration, and on average ranges between 2.5 to 7%. Now, during the term of the lease, the potential buyer pays the seller a specified amount of rent, usually each month. And the lease term is negotiable but frequently ranges from 1 to 3 years, as stated before. And in many contracts, the percentage of each monthly rent payment is applied towards the purchase price. Now, depending on the terms of the contract, the potential buyer may be responsible for maintaining the property and paying for any repairs, homeowner association fees, property taxes, and insurance. Now, because the seller is ultimately responsible for the association fees, the taxes, and insurance, I mean, after all, it's still he or she's house, the seller may choose to cover the cost. Now, if the potential buyer decides not to purchase the property or is unable to secure financing at the end of the lease term, the option expires and the buyer forfeits any money paid until that point, including the option money and any rent credit earned. And if the buyer cannot purchase the property but has a legal obligation to, as stated in the contract, legal proceedings may be initiated. Now, I went over some of these details because you need to know what it is you're getting into before even considering a rent-to-own home option, just so you save yourself any headache, disappointment, or undue stress. But it's a great option, like I said, for those who want to buy a home but are not quite financially ready or have had issues with credit in the past. Now, if you're interested in renting to own a home in your area or like more information on H.O.P.E and how to contact H.O.P.E, click the link in the description box below this video and it'll take you straight to their website where you can contact them directly, and they'll show you, you'll actually see how they can help you qualify for a home and find rent-to-own home listings in your area. Now, if you found value in this video, please hit the like button and comment on it below and let me know what you think. And again, if you're looking to rent to own a home in your area or you'd like more information on rent to own home options, click the link below in the description box and it'll take you straight to a website where you'll contact H.O.P.E and they'll they'll give you more details and information on how they can get you in a rent to own home of your own. Now, again, my name is Alaric Walters. I appreciate you watching my video about homes rent to own. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.